Hello and welcome to another episode of Wartune Solo Adventures. Another event week's ending today. It's been a good week again, actually. I've gathered almost 180 chests from the different events. It's still a bit of a problem for me. I would really want a few more chests, so I'm not really sure how to spend these. Well, I am actually not. So first of all, these are the miner shards. I'll start with getting whips for them. That's my usual thing to get from the miner ones. So the regular exchange with these fairy chests. It's these demon resistance items, as well as a clothing set. And as per usual, the clothing set costs 210 chests if you want all 4 pieces. There's an S quality set. It will also give a title, so this would be ideal. That's why it's unfortunate that I'm 30 chests short, but I don't feel like spending any balance buying the last chests, and there's no real point in exchanging for just a few pieces, since the entire set will probably be available later, and I will want the entire set to be able to get the title. You can also buy a mount for 800 chests, so that's not an option for me. Now there's also a special exchange, the Wind and Water Sylph's Path, with just the regular sylph refinement materials. So one option would be to get these Moondust, Moonrock and Divinity Stones, get enough of them to be able to refine my Athena Sylph. I think I have enough to get it all. I need 350 of these, and 300 of these, and 100 of these. The thing is, it's going to be a long while before I can refine this. Anyway, it's a long way from maxed out using Sepulchrum, and also quite a few thousand Mara until I can turn it orange. And while I'm gathering all those materials, I'll most likely be able to get a bunch of these other refinement materials for free. Just this week there's been online events where you got a few of them, maybe 30 each or so, so that would be sort of a waste to spend chests, so I'm not going to do that actually. So the final option, of course, is to open this. They do have a chance to drop the clothing shards, and I think that's working for these chests. And they can also drop the 3 main clothing pieces, not the wings, but the other 3. And then some random stuff. And of course the mount, if you're lucky. So by opening all 180, I can get some clothing shards. I don't know how many, but if I'm lucky, I guess I can get enough to buy some clothing set in the future. Even if I don't get to buy the fabulous set here, I could also, if I'm very lucky, I could get the clothing pieces and then exchange for the wings. That would require me to get all 3 pieces in 59 chests, so not very likely, but it can happen. And also I can get the mount. Not likely at all, but still not impossible with 200 chests. So yeah, basically I will open these. So let's see, I have 104 clothing shards when I start, so it could be interesting to see. And as usual, I will open a few at a time, and especially now, since if I get lucky I don't want to open all of them, so I'll start with a few and see what that gets me. So let's see, clothing, so I got a couple of clothing shards, 3 actually, I think. Yeah, so they are actually dropping, which is great news. So even if I don't get any of the rare drops, I will still get some shards, and then I'll be able to buy a clothing set in the future. So that is a good result either way. So that's a few more clothing shards, and like for instance, this time you could buy this anniversary Bloodthirst set, which I did, and that is a set that gives you a title with the title bonus. So that is really good value, and so that makes these clothing shards pretty valuable. So I got a couple more, still no drops, so basically I would need to get 3 pieces of clothing in the last 30 chests, so that's probably not gonna happen, but you can always hope, I guess. So 10 more to go before I just have no choice but to open all of them, so that's what I'm going to do, obviously. Don't really mind. I didn't expect to get all the pieces of clothing, because that's a rare drop. Ooh, I got 10 clothing. Yeah, so that is a rare drop as well, but that's really valuable. But that's basically a fourth of a set in some future exchange, so happy days. Skill chests are not super exciting, but still they are at least somewhat useful, and I'm getting close to getting enough materials to create my artifacts on Haladon, so this soul course will be useful for me as well. Soon-ish, so that is good. Also the green flame, that is a Balan item, and I still need to use a few of them to upgrade my Eudemon gear, and of course on the rest of my Eudemons as well, so that is also a nice drop. Well, nice, but it's useful, more useful than gold and all the other crap. So I've opened half and 0 pieces of clothing has dropped. So the drop rates are pretty grim. Which is a bit of a shame, I think. Ooh, cloud text, no rare drops. So let's do 10 more. Now I guess they improved the drops somewhat compared to before, but it's still pretty stupid to have the rare drops being this rare. makes the value of these chests go way down. In the past, you could actually consider buying some chests to open, but nowadays that would be a complete waste. So the final 10, here we go. Let's go mount. Boom. Okay, so I didn't get any rare drops at all from 180 chests, so that is quite stupid, to be honest. However, I did manage to get 58 clothing shards, which should be enough to buy me a decent set. So that is actually a pretty good result. I also got enough green flames to finish off my equipment here on the U-Demon, my main one, and even to do a few upgrades on my secondary one. So that is good. I probably got some of these materials and 68 skill chests, so that is okay as well. Let's see, I don't think the events are still running. Nope, so I guess I'll save those chests for next time the events come around. That is 30 million gold worth of skill chests, so that's a decent result. Yeah, and tomorrow the 5.0 patch will be introduced on the servers, so I'm really looking forward to that. From what I've seen on the forums and stuff, it looks really promising, especially the new Hell mode multiplayer dungeons. So I'm really looking forward to start working on those. Though I will need to run a few more times through the Elemental Forest on normal mode to finish off my artifact on Haladon. So I will probably do that first. I have I think a few of these Empire Crusades. I could do some extra runs through the Hell dungeons. Not entirely sure. I think you need to complete the previous dungeons on S mode before you can start Hell. I'm not sure if that's the case, but that's how the solo campaign works. So in that case, I may have to run a few of the old dungeons just to better my rating. But we'll see tomorrow. I also managed to cap out my Dragon Souls. I didn't realize there was a level requirement for these final ones. I've not increased the levels for a very long time since I'm working on my talents instead. But that meant I can't actually level my Dragon Soul further until I get some more levels. So for now I will just stockpiling these Dragon Essences. Yeah, so that's this week's event. Somewhat disappointing, but still more useful result than a lot of the other events, so I guess I shouldn't complain that much. I'll definitely be back with more content when the patch hits the servers, so until then, take care guys.